Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to be recapping yesterday's games. The first day of the NBA in-season tournament. New color, new courts, new uniforms, all this stuff. And some really good games. Honestly, from last night, we're going to recap all those today. Thank you guys for views on videos on the shorts recently. Really appreciate it. If you enjoy the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. If you missed any of the other recaps we've done over the past few days, and go back and watch those around the channel. And links to other platforms like TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So we'll start with the first game we had was Cavs and Pacers. The Pacers won this one 121-116, a very close one. Pacers were up early in this game. The Cavs outscored the Pacers 34-18 in the third quarter, trying to make a comeback, but the Pacers sealed with a big Tyrese Halliburton step back. Miles Turner got a block as well. And the Pacers won. Pacers are now 3-2. Cavs fall to 2-4. Team stats, both teams shot 52% from the field. Pacers hit 15 threes. Cavs hit just 8 threes. The Pacers, Miles Turner, 27-9 with 2 steals, 2 blocks, shot 9 for 14, 4 for 5 from 3. He had a big first half, cooled off in the second half, but made some big shots and had a big block at the end on Evan Mobley. He had 27. He's great. Bruce Brown, 19-7, hit 3 3-pointers. He's been fitting in very well in Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton, 18 and 13 assists. Buddy Hield at 14 off the bench. He had 4 threes. Aaron Nesmith and Jalen Smith, each had 13 points. Those two have been really good so far, especially Aaron Nesmith. Very surprised with him. He's been bringing a lot of energy on both ends. But yeah, great win for Indiana. Close, tight win. Hit some big shots, defensive plays. You know, even though they left the lead, turnovers and stuff. But the Pacers, they got to go, and now they're 3-2. For Cleveland, it's the first time they had their full team healthy. Garland and Jared Allen both played in this one. Donovan Mitchell, 38-5-9 on 13 for 21 shooting. He was amazing in this game. Evan Mobley had 14, 10, and 5 with 3 steals and 4 blocks. Darius Garland, his first game back, at 14 and 6 assists. Keir LeVar off the bench at 13 points. He did miss the 3-pointer to tie the game. It was a decent look. Shot 5 for 12. George Niang had 12 off the bench. And then Max Strus and Jared Allen each had 10 points. Tough loss for Cleveland. You know, their first half was not great. Defensively, they were letting up a lot of points. They let up, 70 in the first half? Yeah, they let up 70 points in the first half. The second half, they started to get back together, especially in the third quarter, but the 3-point shot was not falling besides Donovan Mitchell. And yeah, they had 2 turnovers also late in the last 2 minutes of the game that were very huge, but the Pacers get their first win, man. A lot of people were talking about the Pacers court, how they didn't like it. I like the courts. I personally do. I like all the courts. I like the colorfulness. I love the unusual, something we've never seen before. I was a fan of it. I know that not everybody is, because yeah, you know, not everyone's gonna be a fan of everything, but I personally was a fan of the new courts. The jerseys grew on me a little bit. The jerseys looked a little bit better on the courts, but ultimately, I like the courts. Next, we have the Nets and the Bulls. Nets win this one 109-107. I think Mikal Bridges hit some big shots. Cam Thomas hit a big 3-pointer as well in this game. Nets get the win. Nets are now 3-2. Bulls are 2-4. Team stats. Nets hit 18 threes in this game. The Bulls hit 11. Nets forced 10 Chicago turnovers. They had 32 assists to Chicago's 21 assists. For Brooklyn, Dorian Finney-Smith finished with 21 points. Hit 5 for 9 from 3. Mikal Bridges had 20. Cam Thomas 17, 5 and 4 on 6 for 18 shooting. Spencer Dinwiddie had 10 and 9 assists. Lonnie Walker had 11 off the bench, and Day'Ron Sharpe had 10 rebounds off the bench. But yeah, the Nets were just lining up from 3. Dorian Finney-Smith started off hot from 3. Cam Thomas was decent shooting. Royce O'Neal had a really good game, 9, 5, and 8 off the bench. He had a couple 3-pointers. Lonnie Walker provided some energy. Mikal Bridges late in this game was hitting shots. Ben Simmons was doing everything all around. It was a really good win for the Nets, a really tight win as well. The Bulls got a good look at it though. Zach LaVine didn't miss a free throw, got his own rebound, shot a good 3-ball that almost went in, just didn't go in. The Nets are now 3-2. Even without Claxton, they're still finding ways, to win games. And they've won 3 in a row. They lost their first 2. They won 3 in a row now. They're over 500. Yeah, the Nets are a fun team to watch, man. Even if they're not going to win a whole lot of games, they're going to be a fun team to watch. For Chicago, Zach LaVine had 24, 7 and 5. DeRozan also had 24 points. Kobe White had 18. Vucevic 13 and 13. Patrick Williams off the bench had 10 points. He lost his starting spot to Torrey Craig. Yeah, the Bulls, it was a close one. The 3-point shot was not really falling. Turned the ball over a lot as well, and their defense was not great in this one, so the Nets get the win. Next, we have the Knicks and the Bucks. The Bucks win this one 110-105. Damian Lillard takes over in the fourth quarter and helps win this one. The Bucks now are 3-2. Knicks fall to 2-4. Team stats: the Bucks shot 43% from the field, Knicks shot 40%. The Bucks hit 20 threes, the Knicks hit 10 threes. For the Bucks, Damian Lillard 30 points, shot 7 for 15, 4 for 7 from 3, 12 for 12 from the free throw line. Had some big shots late in this game. Hit a big step back three, then went a give and go, got an and one. That kind of sealed the game right there. Dame, really good. The Bucks, they need to figure out how to distribute the Dame Giannis. It feels like sometimes, like, Dame is kind of like, here, Giannis, do your thing. But then Giannis also sometimes is like, here, Dame, like, you do your thing. So they got to figure out a way to kind of distribute where it's like, all right, Giannis, you start the game, Dame, then you get this time, then Giannis' time, then the fourth quarter comes. Dame has to close out the fourth quarter. The ball has to be in Dame's hand, even though this is Giannis' team. Giannis is one of the best players in the league. Damian Lillard, you know who Damian Lillard is. He's a closer. In the 2 games that he's had, the ball in his hand late in the game in a close one against Philly, and today, he's closed out. So you got to give the ball to Dame late in situations. Giannis had 22, 8, and 6. He only took 10 shots. When's the last time Giannis only took 10 shots in a game? He was 7 for 13 from the free throw line, and he hit 3 threes. Jay Crowder, 14 points and 4 threes off the bench. Marion Beauchamp had 13 and 3 threes off the bench. Those two were huge. Brook Lopez had 13, 5, and 8 blocks. He wasn't getting a whole lot of blocks the first few games, but then they changed the defense around. Brook Lopez had him drop coverage because why not? He could block so many shots. But yeah, had a block party over there. And then Chris Middleton had 12, 9, and 4. Good win for Milwaukee. For New York, Jalen Brunson was doing everything in his power to get the Knicks this win, man. 45, 5, and 4. Shot 17 for 30. He was phenomenal in this one, and just really, they didn't really have much else. Quinn Grimes had 17, hit 5 threes, and quickly had 14 off the bench. Julius Randle, 16, 12, and 5, shot 5 for 20, 1 for 9 from 3. Julius Randle has to figure something out, man. Julius Randle has to figure it out. Late in the game, he started to look a little better, but still, he has to figure some things out, whether it's, taking less shots, taking better shots. He's got to figure it out, man, because he is shooting horrible so far to start this season. And it's not been pretty. Josh Hart had 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Mitch Robinson also had 15 rebounds in this one. Tough loss for the Knicks. They started off 2-4. The 3-point shooting has not been great so far for the Knicks, even though they're taking a lot of them. They're not making a lot of them. And having Julius Randle shooting the way he's shooting right now definitely is not a plus. So they got to figure it out. Eventually, hopefully, Julius Randle gets it together. It's been 5 games or 6 games for them. Hopefully, he can figure it out somehow, and the 3-point shooting starts falling. But, tough start to the season for the Knicks. Good win for the Bucks. Knicks had the Wizards and the Heat. Heat win this one 121-114. They have a big third quarter, and they get to win. The Heat are now 2-4, snapping the 4-game losing streak. Wizards fall to 1-4. Team stats: the Heat shot 60% from the field, but the Wizards did shoot 57%. For the Heat, Tyler Hero, 24, 10, and 9, 9 for 17, 4 for 7 from 3. He was doing it all out there, man. He was really good. He looked really good. He was in control of the game. He was scoring whenever he needed to. His playmaking was really good. Rebounding was good. Tyler Hero had a really good game. He's having a really good start to the season. Jimmy had 20 and 7. Bam had 18. Duncan Robinson had 18 off the bench. Thomas Bryant had 11, and Josh Richardson had 10 points. As well in this game, the Heat just played a good all-around game. The Wizards did make it a comeback, though. Wizards did make it a little comfortable in the fourth quarter, but Miami rose to a win. For Washington, Kyle Kuzma had 22 and 8 for 19 shooting. Jordan Poole had 19 and 6 assists and 4 steals. Denny had 14, and Johnny Davis had 11 on 5 for 5 shooting. So yeah, the Wizards, they played a solid game, especially in the fourth quarter, but the Heat just were too good, and Tyler Hero was great in this one, and they didn't get a much-needed win. Next, we have Warriors and Thunder. Warriors win this one 141-139 on a very controversial end of the game where Draymond Green, Steph Curry had a layup. He made it, but Draymond Green did tap the rim. They called basket interference, but then they overturned the call, which is very interesting because the ball wasn't down yet. Yeah, he still touched the rim, but they called it. I don't know. It was a very weird call. I would be very mad if I was OKC. But the Warriors sneak out of there with a 141-139 win. Warriors are now 5-1 on a 5-game win streak. The Thunder are 3-3. Look at our team stats. Both teams shot very well. The Warriors shot 53% from the field. Thunder shot 60% from the field. The Warriors hit 18 threes. Thunder hit 15 threes. The Warriors had 36 assists. The Thunder's 26. For Golden State, Steph Curry finished with 30, 8 and 7, shot 9 for 15, 5 for 10, 3 hit the game winner. Darius Saric had 20 off the bench, hit 4 threes. Kuminga had 19. The bench was rolling. Chris Paul had 13 assists, even though he didn't make a field goal. He was playing really good. Had the bench rolling. He got 39 combined from Saric and Kuminga, man. That's huge. Wiggins had 17, Clay had 18, and Draymond had 15. The Warriors played really good. Their defense definitely needs to meet a lot better. They gave up 139 to the Thunder without Shea. So definitely need to be better defensively, but offensively they're rolling right now. For OKC though, even though you did lose, and it's a tough one, you got to be proud of OKC, man. Without their star player, without Shea, they come in and could have won this game against the Warriors. You know, like that's big. Lou Dort, 29 and 5, shot 9 for 12, 6 for 6 and 3. He started off 9 for 9. He was just amazing in this game. Chet Holmgren, 24, 8 and 5, shot 7 for 9. He was amazing in this one as well. Jalen Williams had 18 and 8 assists. He did have 6 turnovers. Josh Giddey had 18, 5 and 4. Isaiah Joe had 16 off the bench, and Casey Wallace had 13. He started for Shea. But yeah, the Thunder, man, they're really fun to watch. Really good team. If they had Shea, they probably win this game. But yeah, man, just really inspiring if you're OKC to see that they're hanging in with the Warriors like this. Seeing guys like Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe, seeing guys like that step up, man, it's huge. Next, we have the Mavericks and Nuggets. Nuggets win this one 125-114. Nuggets are now 5-1. The Mavericks get their first loss of the season. They're 4-1. Team stats: Nuggets shot 53% from the field. Mavs shot 48%. The Nuggets out-rebounded the Mavericks 51-34. Had 19 offensive boards. For Denver, Nikola Jokic, 33, 14 and 9. Shot 14 for 16. Yeah, he's really good at basketball. That's what it is. Michael Porter Jr. had a big game, 24 and 9, hit 4 3-pointers. Jamal Murray had 18 and 13 assists. Aaron Gordon had 18, 8 and 6. Great win from Denver after getting embarrassed by Minnesota the other day. They came out hot. Nikola Jokic was doing everything he wanted out there. Michael Porter Jr. was hitting shots. Aaron Gordon was really good at this game, cutting, getting easy shots, passing the ball well. And Jamal Murray as well, even though the shot wasn't falling, he was finding other ways to impact the game, like playmaking. And yeah, Nuggets, a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of just leaking out. The Mavericks just weren't getting back. Honestly, the Nuggets made them pay for it. For Dallas, Luka at 34, 10 and 8. He did have 9 turnovers in this game. He tried, but yeah, it was a tough game for him. Kyrie came back at 22 and 7 assists with 4 steals and 2 blocks. Grant Williams had 13. Josh Green had 13 off the bench. But yeah, tough loss for Dallas. Their first loss of the season, though. Yeah, just really, they didn't have Jason Kidd, who was sick, so he did not coach this game. But tough loss. Defense was not great. Saw some things from Luka. Grant Williams has been good this season. But Nuggets ultimately get a really good win. And the final game we had was Grizzlies and Trailblazers. In overtime, the Portland Trailblazers win this one 115-113. Portland's now 3-3. Grizzlies 0-6. Tough way to lose. Grizzlies were up 10 with about 2 minutes left, and Portland comes back. Shaedon Sharpe, Malcolm Brogdon, and Jeremy Grant hit some big shots. Then overtime, Shaedon Sharpe hit some big shots, and Portland gets the win. Team stats: Grizzlies shot 49% from the field. Portland shot 41%. Portland was 28 for 36 on the free throw line. Grizzlies were 9 for 13. For Portland, Jeremy Grant had 26, 8 and 3, shot 9 for 23. He needed a good game like this. He was not shooting the ball well the first few games. He had a big game here. Malcolm Brogdon starting. Scoot Henderson not being able to play due to ankle injury. Brogdon puts up 24, 7 and 10. He did shoot 6 for 19, but he's building up his trade value, man. He's been really good for Portland. Shaedon Sharpe had 22 in this game. DeAndre had 16 and 12. Robert Williams also had 10 rebounds off the bench. What a gutsy win for Portland, and now they've won 3 in a row. Portland is back at 500, man. And for Memphis, a tough loss. Desmond Bane at 33, 8 and 7, 4 steals and 3 blocks. They shot 50% from the field. Jaren at 30 and 10 with 3 blocks. David Roddy had a good game with 16 points. Tyler Williams at 13, 6 and 3. Marcus Smart, a tough game shooting. But yeah, man, just tough for Memphis, man. The foul calls, Portland was against the free throw line. Memphis wasn't. The defense wasn't great. The shot making at the end wasn't great. And then overtime, yeah, Portland just wanted it more. Honestly, very tough for Memphis. 0-6, the only team left in the league without a win. Very tough. Hopefully they get it together eventually. But it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be very tough for them. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. The first game of the in-season tournament was interesting. Saw a lot of close games, a lot of good performances, a lot of unusual things we haven't seen in a while. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how the rest of this plays out. I think the next NCAA tournament game is next week. I don't know what days, but yeah, I'm very excited for this. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how the fans and players think of this once it's over. That's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, do it. The content, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.